This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary... There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers.
To kick off for New Orleans.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Jones, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. To throw it is Locke. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice. Where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw now, here's Love. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Love now on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
44.
It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards.
New Orleans.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Locke. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Griffin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. First down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
second and 13. Locke. And he's got it. Coleman. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Packers, nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down. First and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He'll take over first.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Packers, nothing.
On first down, Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Complete to number 44.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And that'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Saints.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Carried by number 34.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They get this to Beckham on the perimeter.
I'm going to show
And
you,
he'll
man.
take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Made the tackle.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's 3rd and short.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 30.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Jones.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
1st and 10.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Coleman now. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain.
His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Locke taking the snap at 1. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Locke. Throw left side, complete. That's Griffin. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He'll find Aguara complete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. On play action, Locke. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Shotgun snap to Locke. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a gain of
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Saints. First down.
From the gun, block. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
44.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up second.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now Locke again. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Locke off a play action. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. It's Coleman here, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The ball carrier.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Love now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24, Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Saints 21. Packers nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
Point after.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Here's Harris to return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
He's checking.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Coming to you. Check 31. Check 2, fellas, let's go. 51, not 51. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. 65. Bring her, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Block. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
Let's go.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Following the interception, Love making the catch is Sternberger. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jones. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked off near the 32. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Down at the 40.
A gain of 3, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll go again to Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Noah Igbenogany on the tackle. It's a gain of 2.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run on first down. Gunter. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
The ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Love. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
He's coming, double up. 10 cycles.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. Steps away to his left. A big chunk of real estate covered on the scramble, but it will be 3rd and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
21 apiece.
A couple of Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now Balaj. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Lock to throw. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, it's Jones. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Taken down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and the people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Today's final score, Packers 20.
We were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Packers, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.